Good day, everyone. Before I start my presentation, allows me to express my sincerest thanks and appreciation to St. Dominic College of Asia for accepting and being able to present my study in this platform. The proponent's name is Jomar Liwanagan Linga from Santa Cruz, Marinduque, Mimaropa Region, Philippines, and currently finishing his dissertation for a degree of Master of Arts in Education, major in Language Teaching at Marinduque State College, Buwak, Marinduque. He is also serving Landi National High School Senior High School Department as Senior High School Teacher 2. The proponent's research study is entitled Effective Home Literacy Practices Experienced by the Selected Senior High School Students in English Subject. The case study was proposed and conducted during the COVID-19 pandemic, which changed the quality of the participants' home literacy practices and the researchers' ability to engage with study participants fully. The reason in conducting this study is to find an effective home literacy practices in English subject, and then look for effective home literacy practices to know the parents' involvement and best support students' literacy development. The problem addressed in this study is the lack of parental involvement in children's literacy development and the need for effective communication and opportunities to build an operational home literacy environment. The following discovery of the constraints mentioned above, the researcher has chosen to address the following question. Main problem: what effective home literacy practices in English subject was experienced by the selected learners from the National High School? Sub-problem: what are the home literacy practices of the selected students? What are the challenges experienced by the selected students in having effective home literacy practice in English subject? How do parents assist children's literacy development at home? How does parent involvement in student achievement affect the effective home literacy activities in English subject for their literacy development? And lastly, what intervention program designed for effective home literacy practices for senior high school students in English subject can be proposed based on the results of the study? Conceptual framework of the study: input, home literacy practices; challenges, parental support, parental involvement. Under process, analysis of literacy practices, challenges, parental support, and parental involvement. Under output, intervention program designed for effective home literacy practices for selected senior high school students in English subjects. And then outcome, strategies used by the parents to help the learners. So overall, the IPOO research paradigm provides a researcher with a valuable framework for understanding the complex relationship between the factors that impact home literacy practices that can help to identify effective strategies for supporting literacy development in children. Scope and methodology. The locale was chosen at Landi National High School in the Santa Cruz North District, Santa Cruz, Marinduque Province, because the participants are part of the institution. This is important because it ensures the research findings are specific to the population under study, making it easier to apply the result of the particular context. The researcher used a purposive sampling technique, a non-probability sampling method where the researcher selects members of the population to participate based on their specific characteristics that align with the research objectives. In this case, the researcher used selective or subjective sampling to identify parents and learners who could provide insights into the home literacy practices experienced by the senior high school students in English subjects. The research participants were 5 parents and 5 learners from the senior high school department, comprising 4 females and 1 male. The selection of participants has been carefully chosen based on the characteristics set by the researcher to ensure that the sample represents the research objective and can provide valid and reliable data for analysis. The participants were chosen based on their academic performance during the last quarter of the school year 2021-2022. The researcher evaluated different outputs provided by the participants to their English subjects offered in STEM and UMS, specifically in English for academic and professional purposes, reading and writing, and creative writing for UMS. The researchers utilized a qualitative approach to gather information for their study. This decision was wise, mainly when dealing with the complex issues that requires an in-depth understanding of people's experiences and perspective. Using an interview schedule for this qualitative study is a suitable approach to inquire about students' at-home literary routines. Combining observations, interviews, and questionnaires allow for a comprehensive understanding for the participants' experiences and perspectives. the immediate analysis and evaluation of the data collected, and ensured that the results were based on accurate and relevant information. Research findings. Table 1 presents the most respondents' statements show that some rely heavily on their teacher for guidance on school tasks. In contrast, others believe that technology is replacing books as a means for learning and reading. Meanwhile, some of the participants experienced limited face-to-face classes due to the pandemic and had to rely on assistance from friends to complete their performance tasks. Table 2 presented in the study shows the challenges encountered by respondents in creating a literacy-rich environment. The data gathered suggested that despite daily disruptions and challenges, the respondents prioritize their and children's education. Time management is crucial to balancing responsibilities as a mother and a student. The value of having relevant resources such as old books and notes is emphasized, especially during crises like the pandemic. Respondents actively engage in multiple activities but try to allocate ample time for studying. Setting up a space for conducive to researching and providing designated area for children to learn are steps taken by respondents to create a supportive environment. These statements highlighted the importance of prioritizing education and taking proactive steps to overcome obstacles to achieve academic goals. The study supports the importance of parental involvement in creating a supportive home environment and fostering independent learning. A literacy-rich environment promotes literacy-based activities that help children explore and interact with text in various ways, increasing confidence, competence, and success in academic and personal pursuits. Table 3 displays the challenges faced by respondents and their literacy practices due to insufficient parental assistance. Some respondents mentioned that their parents or relatives are busy in work, which results in their inability to seek help or guidance. Others hesitate to help since they need to be more familiar with the lessons or subject matter. However, some resourceful respondents turn to their elder siblings who have completed the same subject for help. The study reveals that parental involvement in their children's education is crucial for academic success, and regular communication about learning can help bridge the gap between home and school. The participants' responses reveal the extent of teacher involvement in supporting children's academic success, the critical role for parental involvements in their children's education, the importance of providing adequate learning resources, and the challenges for families with lower socioeconomic levels face. Table 4 presents the responses indicating that family support and participation play a critical role in learners' academic success, with parents and siblings offering assistance and support as needed. The importance of spousal support is also highlighted in the responses, with some respondents mentioning that their partners help them with their work and attend school events. Respondents mentioned the importance of attending school events, parent-teacher conferences, and keeping updated with a child's school standing. Effective communication between parents, teachers, and schools is necessary to identify and address issues or concerns hindering the student's development and love for learning. Overall, the results emphasize the importance of creating a supportive and welcoming learning environment at home and school, where parents and teachers work together to provide learners with necessary resources and support for achieve their educational aspiration. Output title of the study: Home Literacy Initiative, Improving Senior High School Students' English Skills Through Effective Home Literacy Practices. Objective of the study: to enhance the students' English literacy skills through effective home literacy practices, to increase parent involvement in supporting their children's English literacy development, and to provide resources and support to students and families in effective home literacy practices. Three phases of the output: planning, implementation, and evaluation. Proposed activities: parents-teacher conferences, parents workshops, students workshops, reading programs, writing prompts, online resources, language practice activities, homeschool communication, parental involvement, and assessment and evaluation. Expected outcome of the program: increase the English literacy skills of senior high school students through effective home literacy practices, increase parent involvement in supporting their children's English literacy development, and improve support and resources for students and families in developing effective home literacy practices. Overall, the Home Literacy Initiative addresses senior high school students' challenges in English literacy development by providing them and their families with the necessary support and resources. The program's implementation and evaluation phases aim to ensure its effectiveness in meeting its objectives and improving the students' English literacy skills. Conclusions and recommendations. The study indicates that educational policies and practices could be strengthened by improving the school, teacher, and parent relationship regarding their child's development, particularly by increasing parental knowledge of language and literacy development. Parents need to be mindful for their time helping their children with activities such as reading and creating a comfortable study area at home. Ultimately, this effort can contribute to a child's academic success. Parents need to understand that the level of encouragement and guidance influences their child's reading ability when it comes to reading and managing large amount of information. Parents should also recognize that the extent to which their child can read is related to the degree of which they have encouraged them to read. Students who struggle with reading should be accessed to high-quality literacy support programs. Schools should proactively identify and assist students with the lowest literacy levels. One effective strategy is to design a tiered assistance system that provides increasing level of support based on the student's needs. Assessment should be used to accurately identify which students require support and monitor the intervention's effectiveness. Develop and coordinated support system is crucial and involves the participation of leaders from throughout the school and staff with specific knowledge. That would be all for the references. Once again, thank you so much, St. Dominic College of Asia, for this opportunity. The researcher is now ready for your question.